my YouTube channel. This is A Square Maths Made Easy Academy. So in my today's video, we shall be considering what we call partial fraction, which is case what? 1. And this very particular case 1 talks about decomposition of what? The denominator. Now I want you to observe something there. In my previous video, I was able to introduce decomposition of the denominator. What does it mean by decomposition of the denominator? Is for you to consider the powers of x at the denominator to be what? 1. Now, but look at today's question. It's talking about what if it is in quadratic word form? Can we decompose it? Now, it's possible. So what I'm trying to relate to you now is that we're going to solve this particular problem using two words method. I say two words method. The first one, we're going to apply it using calculator words method. Then the second one we apply using the normal words method, so that after the whole thing we should be able to make comparisons. Now let us observe this question. I want you to watch. Now the question says, express in partial word fraction, we have 11x plus 2 all over 6x squared minus x minus what? 1. Are you there now? Now what I'm going to do first of all is to decompose the denominator. And how do we decompose it? By factorization. So if you are given 6x squared minus x minus 1, and I want to use calculator method to operate on it now, I want you to watch this. Now come and observe this very well. So this is calculator words method. So how do we factorize using calculator method? I want you to watch. The first step is punch mode 5. Mode what? 5. That is when solving quadratic word equation. Now this is mode. Then you cue in word 5. Can you see that it has given me about 4 things there? Then the next thing I'm going to do is to consider when the power is what? 2. If you observe this, the power 2 here falls on number 3. So which means we are going to punch word 3. Now I will do that. Now watch. I've punched word 3. Look at it right away. Now it will give you something that you don't like. But that thing is very, very important. So after punching 3, the next thing we are going to do is to cue in the value one after the other. Now what is the coefficient of x squared? Is what? 6. We have punch 6 with what? Equal to. Are you there? Now coefficient of x here is minus 1. Punch minus 1 with what? Equal to. Are you there now? Now the last number is minus 1. Now punch minus 1 with what? Equal to. Are you there? So what we are going to do now, can you see that the first answer there now is that x1 is 1 over 2. Are you there now? Now punch another equal to. It will give you the second answer, which is what? X2 is also what? Minus 1 over what? 3. Now having satisfied this using quadratic word equation, I want you to watch now. How do we join this now? I call this over 1. I call the other one over 1. Then we cross what? Multiply. Now don't mind the subscript, but just multiply x times 2. It will give us 2 what? X. Then equal to 1 times 1 will give you what? 1. Now, and the second one is this. Cross multiply again. X times 3 will give us 3 what? X. Then equal to 1 times minus 1 will give us minus what? 1. Now what do you do now? Equate everything to be what? 0. So to start with this, carry mi1 to the left, it will now give us 2x. Since it is plus here, when you move to the left, it will give you minus 1. Are you there? Then equal to what? 0. And let's move to the other one also. Equate this thing to be 0. Then what do? You take over minus 1 to the left. So that I'll be having 3x. From minus 1, as you move to the left, it will give you plus what? 1. Then equal to what? 0. Now can you observe that we have decomposed it, right? So what do? I will now go back to the question. The question is 11x plus what? 2. Are you there? All over. What are the decomposed? 2x minus 1 in bracket. Now followed by what? 3x plus what? 1 also what? In bracket. Now can you see that we have formed what we call a linear function? Linear what? Function. Here the power of x is 1. Here the power of x is what? 1. Then let us now express this into fraction. Call this A. Call the second one what? B. Now watch this. We now move ahead to have this as. Now we start with what? A divided by the denominator, which is what? 2x minus what? 1. Then we add. We move to the second one. What is it? B divided by the denominator, which is 3x are you there plus what? 1. Now this is how we can resolve this into what? Partial what? Fraction. But what is our target? We want to know how to get the value of A and the value of what? B using calculator method. Now I want you to observe this. Now watch. Just come close here. But I want you to observe this very well. Now if you observe the calculator, all you are going to do is to clear the function key. How? You punch shift, you punch 9, are you there? You punch 3, you punch equal to, and what? AC. Now I want to solve this particular problem using what? Calculator what? Method. Now what do we do? If you observe the question now, before the calculator method, I want you to observe the question. It is 11x plus what? 2. Neglect the denominator. Then it's now equal to, remember from the question now, this is what? A and this is what? B. You cross what? Multiply. As I cross multiply, I'll be having A brackets. Watch this. It will give me 3x plus what? 1. Then you add. Now cross this one to this. You have B, are you there? Bracket what? 2 what? X minus what? 1. So this is exactly what we are going to cue in using calculator what? Method. Yeah, let's start. Now watch this now. This is the calculator method. How do we cue in? The first one is 11. Punch 11. Then followed by what? X. Anytime you are generating X, it is always alpha close what? Bracket. Can you observe that X has appeared? Then you now add plus what? 2. Are you there now? After that, the next thing is equal to. How do we generate equal to? Don't forget. Alpha what? Calc. Alpha what? Calc. We are done with this. We now move to the right hand side. Now the first thing to generate is A. How do we generate A? Don't forget my previous video. How do we generate it? You punch RCL and this minus bracket. Now where it is? This is RCL. I've punched it. Look at it here. Then I'll move up. Look at the minus. Can you see that A has what? Appeared. So the next thing is to open the bracket. After that, we introduce 3x. Punch 3. How do we generate x? Alpha close what? Bracket. Then next is plus what? 1. Then you now close the bracket. We are done with this. Now let's move again. The next is plus what? B. How do we generate B? I want you to watch. You punch RCL. Then and 9999 like this. Now what is RCL? Look at it here. This is RCL. Move up again, you see that 999. So you punch that. B will do what? Appear. Then next is to introduce bracket. Oh yeah, watch. I'll introduce what? Bracket. Q into x. How? I'll punch 2. X is alpha close what? Bracket. Then after that, we introduce minus 1. Are you there? Next is to close what? The bracket. Can you observe that it has given us everything that we are looking for here? Now, what is the next thing? I want to eliminate A. I want to do what? Eliminate what? A. First, how do I eliminate A? Observe this now. The first thing you are going to punch now is shift, comma, close bracket, then arrow CL. Are you there now? Then you now punch 9999. Oh yeah, let's do it now. I said the first thing to punch is shift, which I have done that. Then the next thing is open bracket, which I have done that. Followed by arrow what? CL, which I have done that. Then you now punch this, which is this 99. Can you see that B has what? Appeared. What is the next? Punch shift and what? Calc. It will say X question mark. Now what do you do? I want you to observe. When you are eliminating A, you should observe that the coefficient is 3 plus what? 1. And by what we observe to make x subject of the formula, I will now say 3x. This one will move over. It becomes minus what? 1. Make x is subject of the formula. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. So that 3 will cancel what? 3. What is the value of x now? Minus 1 over what? 3. I will now go here and click in minus 1 divided by what? 3. Are you there? Then I will now punch equal to. Can you see it has given me what? A question mark. A what? Question mark. And you know that that thing is equated to be what? 0. So you punch what? 0. And now punch equal to. It will now say solve for what? B. Finally, punch another word equal to. Wow, can you see the answer have appeared now? So what it gave us from the answer now is that B is now equal to 1 and what? 0. Choose the upper one as the word answer. Have I made myself clear? Now remaining what? A. How do we punch A now? I want to eliminate what? Now watch this. I want to eliminate what this time around? I want to eliminate B. Are you there now? Now you do the same thing. What do? You punch what? Look up. For that, first of all, you now go to the right button so that you retrieve the question back. Look up. I want you to watch the calculator very well. You now go up like this. Keep on scrolling the forward button key until it gets to the end. And once it gets to the end, what do? I want you to observe what I'm doing. Can you see I've taken it to the end, then I'm going back again. So as we take it to the end, I want you to watch this. Now look at it. So what I'm going to do now is to delete B and comma. So how do I delete B? Look at it. Put delete. B has disappeared. Put also delete what? Comma has what? Disappeared. Now what do? We want to eliminate what? B. So follow that proceeding. What do? Punch what? Shift. Are you there? Punch close bracket. Punch what? Arrow CL. Arrow what? CL. Then what do we do now? This time around, you punch this. Look at it, this minus. I will punch this minus now. Am I communicating? So that A will do what? Appear. After that, I will now punch shift and what? Calc. It will now say X question mark. Remember that B now, what is the coefficient? From the question, the coefficient of B is 2x minus 1. How do we make X a subject of the formula? It is very simple. I can now carry this minus 1 to this way. It becomes what? 1. Divide everything by 2. It becomes over what? 2. So which means X is what? 1 over 2. I will now punch back to the calculator. I will punch 1 divided by what? 2. Are you there? Then punch equal to. Wow, it has given us B question mark. Then you punch what? 0. Our point is 0. It will now punch equal to. It will say solve for what? A. Finally punch another equal to. Can you see that the value of the value of B has what? Appeared. Are you with me now? The value of A, sorry to say, the value of what? A has what? Appeared. So which means A is what? 3 and what? 0. Pick the upper one. Can you see that we have resolved this into partial fraction using calculator method? Now back to the question. I want you to observe. Look at it. Look at the question now. Let's now substitute. Now the first thing we are seeing is the value of A, right? Remember that A has been solved already. Look at it here. The value of A is what? 3. I will now remove A here and introduce what? 3 divided by the denominator, which is 2x, are you there? Minus 1. Then I will add. Next is the value of what? B. What is the value of B? The value of B is what? 1. Am I communicating now? If it is 1 now, what I will remove is B and put 1 divided by the denominator, which is 3x what? Plus 1. So this is the final what? Answer using calculator what? Method. Have I made myself clear? Alright, so that is exactly how to solve it. Now lastly, I made a statement from the beginning. I said we can use the normal method in order to do what we call comparison method. Comparison what? Method. Then I want you to observe this. Watch. So the calculator is now by the way. So what we are going to do here, I want you to watch. We want to factorize. I'm using the normal method. Factorize 6x squared minus x minus what? 1. What do? The law of factorization says use the first one to multiply the last one. So which means it will become what? 6 times 1. And what is 6 times 1? It will give you what? 6. I've made myself clear. Now if it is 6, observe something that can divide without a remainder. I want you to notice that 1 can go into 6 to give us what? 6. What else can go? 2 can go to give us what? 3. Now observe this now. There is no way 1 and 6 can give you the coefficient of x as minus what? 1. But I believe 2 can work. Am I communicating now? Now the question, how do we use 2 and 3 in order to generate the coefficient of x, which is minus 1? Now observe this. I will give 2 plus and I will give 3 what? Minus. Life goes on. Am I communicating? So how do? We now put this thing inside here so that it will now give us 6x squared. Are you there? remove this now and put these values. We have plus 2x, are you with me? Minus what? 3 what? X. Finally, minus 1. Am I communicating? So the next thing is to factorize this and factorize the other one. Now check what is common here. 2 can divide, 2 can divide. I'll factor what? 2. There is x, there is also what? X. Factor what? X. And open the bracket. You agree with me that 2 can go into 6 to give you what? 3. Now 1x here, we cancel 1x, it will give you what? X. Are you there? Then now we add. I will do what? Add. 2x can go into 2x to give you what? 1. Close the bracket. Then the next thing now is to factorize this. It has nothing in common. So we just bring minus 1 and open the bracket. 1 can go into this to give you what? 3x. Are you there? Then minus 1 into minus 1 will give you plus what? 1. Close the bracket. What do? We have decomposed it. This value and these values are the same thing. Now the law of factorization say pick one of the brackets. But meanwhile we have what? 2x. Are you there? Minus 1. Close the bracket. Open again. We have what? 3 what? X plus what? 1. Are you with me now? Now if that is satisfiable, what else can we do? I want you to observe something here. Oh my goodness. Now watch this. What we are going to do here is very, very simple. Now I want you to observe something here. So we are going to express this now into partial what? Fraction. How? Bring the question. 11x plus what? 2. Are you there? All over. I will now remove this and put this decomposition now, which is 2x minus 1 in bracket, followed by what? 3x plus what? 1 in bracket. Call this A and call the other one what? B. Then we move ahead. This is now equal to A over the denominator, which is 2x minus 1, and we add. The next thing is B all over the denominator, which is what? 3x plus what? 1. Now what do we do? Remember we are solving it normal. What do we do now? Take the LCM of this. The LCM is what? 2x minus 1 in bracket, followed by 3x plus 1 also in what? Bracket. If you believe with me, when this one cancel this, what will remain is the denominator. This will cancel this. This will cancel this. What remains is 11x plus what? 2. Then equal to. Then to the right also take the LCM. The LCM is 2x minus 1, followed by what? 3x plus what? 1. Are you with me? Now let's divide. This 2x minus 1 will cancel 2x minus 1. What remains is this. Use this one to multiply by A. It will give you A bracket 3x plus what? 1. Close the bracket. And we now add. How? This one again will cancel this one. It will remain this. Now multiply to give you B bracket what? 2x minus 1. Close the bracket. Then let's cancel. This one will cancel this. And this one will cancel what? That. So what is remaining? 11x plus what? 2 is now equal to A bracket 3 what? X plus 1. Then plus B bracket 2x minus what? 1. Now we are looking for A and what? B. There are two methods by which you can approach this using partial fraction. The first one is what we call comparison of coefficient what? Method. Compare what is on the left to what is on the right. Or you use what we call elimination what? Method. I strongly advise you use elimination what? Method. So how do we do what? I will now say let the coefficient of A, which is 3x plus 1, be equal to 0. Then make x subject of the formula. It will now give us 3 what? X, then equal to. Plus 1 we move over, it becomes minus 1. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. 3 will cancel 3. So I've gotten the value of what? X. Meaning that anywhere we come across this x, remove it and introduce minus 1 over what? 3. Yeah, let's go. This is what? 11. I have seen x. What is it? Minus 1 over 3. Close the bracket. Then plus 2. Are you there? Then equal to. Look at this one. A. Are you there? Bracket. I have with me 3. Open the bracket. What is x? Minus 1 all over 3. Close the bracket. Then plus 1. Close the bracket. I'll move over to plus b. Open the what? Bracket. I have seen 2 followed by x. What is x? Minus 1 over 3. Close the bracket. Then minus 1 and what? Close the bracket. Are you with me now? Now, if we continue now, you'll be able to agree with me that 11 times minus 1 will give you minus 11 all over what? 3. Then plus what? 2 is now equal to, we are watch this. 3 down, we cancel 3 what? Up. It remaining minus 1 plus what? 1. What is minus 1 plus 1? 0. Oh my goodness. 0 times A is what? 0. So which means A has what? Disappeared. So what we are looking for now is what? B. I will now say B, open the bracket. Now 2 times minus 1 will give you minus 2 all over 3. Introduce minus 1. Can you observe how we can actually get the value of what? B. I want you to watch. Then let's continue. How do we generate the value of B now? It's very simple. Now watch this. Okay, now watch. So we now move. Call this over 1 and take the LCM. Here the LCM is what? 3. 3 can go into itself to give you 1. 1 times minus 11 is minus 11. I will add. 1 can go into 3 to give you what? 3. 3 times 2, talk to me, what is the answer? 6. Then equal to B, right? Open the bracket. So what do we do? Call this over 1. Take the LCM. The LCM is what? 3. 3 can go into itself to give you what? 1. 1 times minus 2 should be minus what? 2. I will subtract. 1 can go into 3 to give you what? 3. 3 times 1 will give you what? 3. Oh my goodness. Can you see that we're almost there? So what do we do? Minus 11 plus what? 6 will give you minus 5. Then all over what? 3. Then equal to. Now minus 2 minus 3 will give you minus 5. Minus 5 times B will give you minus 5 what? B. Still over what? 3. You don't need somebody to tell you what to do. This 3 down, we cancel this 3 down. We are remaining minus, we cancel what? Minus. So remaining 5 is equal to 5 what? B. Make B subject of the formula. Divide by what? 5. Divide by what? 5. B we cancel B. I mean 5 we cancel 5. I said it again. 5 we cancel 5. So which means the value of B is now 5 over 5, which is equal to what? 1. Can you see we have succeeded by knowing the value of what? B. The next thing is to know the value of what? A. How do we do it? We now say let the coefficient of B. We are go this way. Now watch. Look at the coefficient of B. 2x minus 1. So what do we say? Let 2x minus 1 be equal to what? 0. We are make x subject of the formula. I will take minus 1 this way so that I will have 2x is now equal to 1. So divide this by 2. Divide this by what? 2. 2 we cancel what? 2. X is what? 1 over 2. We go back to the equation again. Now watch. Look up. What is here? 11. I will write down 11. Open the bracket. We have seen x. What is our x? 1 over 2. Close the bracket. We are look up again. Plus what? 2. I will introduce plus 2 here. Then equal to. Watch again. What is here? A. I will introduce my words. A. Open the bracket. So that I will consider what we have here as 3. Are you there? Open again. We have seen what? X. What is the value of x? 1 over 2. Close the bracket. Then plus what? 1. Close the bracket. We now move to B. Watch this. This is now plus what? B. Open the bracket. Then I will have with me 2, right? Bracket. I have seen x. What is x again? 1 over 2. Close the bracket. Minus 1. Then close again. Now with this, at least we're able to round off in order to get the value of what? A. We are 11 times 1 will give us 11 all over what? 2. Plus what? 2. Then equal to. Now watch this. 3 times 1. This is A, right? Open the bracket. 3 times 1 will give us 3. Then all over 2 plus what? 1. Close the bracket. Now watch. 2 down, we cancel 2 up. What is remaining? 1 minus 1. What is 1 minus 1? 0. And 0 times B is already what? 0. So we can look for what? A. How do we solve this? Take the LCM. Call this over 1. Call this also over what? 1. Now here the LCM is here 2. Are you there? 2 can go into itself to give you what? 1. 1 times 11 is what? 11. Then plus 1 can go into 2. How many times? 2. 2 times 2 will give you what? 4. This is now equal to A. Open bracket. The LCM here is also what? 2. Now watch. 2 can go into itself to give you what? 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Plus, then 1 can go into 2 to give you 2. 2 times 1 is what? 2. Close the what? Bracket. Oh my goodness, watch. This is 11 plus 4. This now implies that 11 plus 4 will give you what? 15. Then all over what? 2. Then equal to. This one is 3 plus what? 2. We give you what? 5. It becomes 5 times A. We give you 5 what? A. All over what? 2. Now 2 here, we cancel 2 here. I can make A subject of the formula. Can I just say now 5 what? A should be equal to 15. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. 5 we cancel 5. So this implies that the value of A is now equal to 5 can go into 15 how many times? 3 times. So can you observe that we have gotten A, we have gotten what? B. Or yeah, finally, we now resolve it into partial fraction from this word question. Oh my goodness, hope you are paying attention. Now, in that case, look at it now. We say 11x plus what? 2. All over bracket 2 what? X minus 1, followed by 3x plus 1, then equal to. The first thing we are seeing is A. What is A? A is what? 3. I'll put 3 over the denominator, which is 2x minus 1. And we add. Next is B. We have already solved for B. Look at it. What's the value of B? 1. I will now go back again. Remove B and introduce what? 1. All over what? 3x plus what? 1. Can you observe that the answer we got here has correspond with the one that we solve using calculator method? So see you in my next video. Thank you.